Hi Flosstube, it's Raquel here. Back a little bit later than I had originally planned. I originally said after my last video I was going to film another one in about a month, and I think it's been about 2 or 3 months now. A lot has happened. So in September, when I was going to film again, my aunt actually ended up passing away. She had a cancer, and she had been cancer free, and on her birthday she had gone in because she was having stomach pain and stuff, and they told her her cancer was back. She decided she didn't want to do treatments, and 2 weeks later she passed away. So that was really hard on our family, so I decided needed to just take time and grieve a little bit, and then I was gonna film again, and then everyone got sick. Me, my boyfriend, and my 8-month-old daughter all got super sick. I think it was bronchitis. Could have been a bunch of other things. We just stayed home. We were safe. We didn't leave. So yeah, and all the other times I was wanting to film, my boyfriend would always be home, and he doesn't know I do these, so yeah. So I did say in my last video I was more of a monogamous stitcher. That has come to bite me in the butt because I have started all the things, I've finished one thing, and I've bought a lot of things. Though some of those things won't be in till the end of this week, next week, or who knows, the end of the month, because we're back in another lockdown. More strict than our first one. Yay! So I'll show you my finish. So I had bought Hummingbird and Morning Glories by Dimensions. It's a kit. I didn't do the flowers. Most of the thread in the flowers is the same color of the fabric, and I just did not have the patience for it. So here is my finish. I'm going to give this to my grandma for Christmas. It says, "Praise God, for whom all blessings flow," and this is just a prayer that we sing the prayer. I don't know if most people just say it. In our family we sing it at every gathering that we get together at, and I think my grandma will really appreciate it. So there's my finish. I'm not sure what order I started things in or restarted things in. We'll go with something you guys have all seen before, my Mira. I've gotten a lot of work done on her. I got all the beads done for the most part in her dress. I started doing some beading in her wing. I started doing some back stitching here. So I just have 2 wings to finish, her hair, and then she has some antennas. I do need to order a pack of treasures, which I should have done because I did place a 1, 2, 3 stitch order and didn't think of it. So that'll have to wait till next time. But I'm really happy I've back stitched her hands so you can actually see the shape of them. She's turning out beautifully. I'll show you what she will look like when she's done. So this is what she will look like. So it's the Aquamarine March Fairy, or March Aquamarine Fairy, sorry. So yeah, this is what she's gonna look like all finished. So you can have it. Next is my dad's piece. and I'm going to need to do a lot of brogging on them. Well, not a lot, but. So the last you saw, I just had this blob here. I've now done this line. I believe this is to the top of the pattern, but this color right here, it's a blend, and I used one of the wrong colors, so that has to get ripped out, and it turns out I don't have the actual color in my stash. For those who don't know, my grandma gave me her huge stash of cross-stitching stuff, since she can't stitch anymore because of her really bad arthritis in her fingers. And one of the things I had to do for her giving me her stash was finish this project. So this is the Primrose Bald, the Promise Bald Eagle by Dimensions. It's the gold collection. It's out of print, but my grandma had started this for my dad. She started it on a 14 count piece of Aida, and I don't think there would have been enough room. So I ordered the called for Aida. I think it's 16 count. Yeah, 16 count Dove Gray Aida. And since she started this kit 2 times, this is my conversion from DMC to Dimensions, or Dimensions to DMC. So she started it twice, so there's not a lot of kit thread left. So I've just been going out of my stash of DMC, and that's one color I don't have. So I'll have to go through my list again and make a 1 to 3 stitch order on that. So one that will be a restart that I had started is Witches of Salem, and I'm not very far, but this is a piece of 14 count Aida from stash that I got from my grandma, and I don't think I'm going to have enough room because in big block letters it says Witches of Salem at the top. I think I don't have a cover photo since it's a PDF, and it's going to look really bad if I show it off my phone. So this is where I got to, and it's going to need to be restarted because I won't have enough room. Even though I measured, put in my fabric calculator, started in the middle, I won't have enough room. It'll go to the very top. There's that one. I think back in September, maybe right after my video. My Witches of Salem, I think I started the beginning of October because we got sick like the second week of October, and we were sick for 2 weeks. This one I started I think in September, right after my last video, like I said. This is my temperature quilt by Stitch and Mommy. I'm doing it off this year's temperatures. I'm a little behind. I have January, February, March, April, and May done. I'm working on June now. And in March, on my daughter's birthday, I'm going to backstitch the square in gold, because my daughter was born this year. That's where I am on that. And this is done on a piece of 18 count white Aida I found at the thrift store. My thrift store is really bad for cross-stitching supplies, even though I live in a very Mennonite community. You just never find any cross-stitching stuff there. Very rarely. I'll find some like Janlin kits and stuff, but nothing like I've seen like McKenna and everyone else find. So, my next project is one that I have restarted, but I figured I'd show you what I had started before I show you my actual new progress. Is Pandemic by long dog samplers. Oh, I forgot to mention, I started this in September and finished it in September. Yeah. So, sorry, this video is all over the place. I think if I would do these videos closer together, it'd be a little more in my head, but not today. It's been too long. So this was my first start on pandemic. Got all the way, oh, it goes this way. Got all the way across, only to realize that I was not going to have enough room to fit the whole thing on this piece of paper. I originally thought I bought 16 count Aida, so I would have had the perfect amount of room. Oh, and I hand dyed this with some super pink synthetic red dye. It actually dyed the Aida really well. So I thought I bought 16 count Aida, my local fabric store. It's not really a cross stitch store, but they do sell like bolts of Aida and stuff where you can just buy a yard. So, well, in Canada it's a meter, not a yard. So I bought a meter of 16 count Aida, hand dyed it, only to find out that it's 14 count Aida. So that's fun. Should have taken current progress off of the Q snap. That's fun. So after I realized that I wasn't gonna have enough room, I posted in the pandemic stitchers group, like crying, and a really nice lady in Quebec, Canada, messaged me and was like, I have a yard that I'm not gonna use as 16 count Aida, I can send to you. And what a blessing. So she sent me a yard of 16 count Aida. I really think it's 18 count. Maybe it shrunk because I dyed it. But here is where I am. Almost all the way across. So I'm just over 12,000 stitches done on Pattern Keeper, I think. So I started this 3 weeks ago. So I've done a lot of progress. I'm like 17% done now. But I got a little burnt out because I worked on this project strictly for like 3 weeks. Another project I restarted was my Sing a Sampler. So I started doing these two. It's a 4-part series. And I'll just move my threads out of the way. And this is my start. It's 14 count Aida. I'm pretty sure I'll have enough room to finish them all, but we'll see. I'm not doing it in called for, so I'm kind of just winging it and doing the outside and the big letters as I choose colors out of my stash, because I don't have a stash of overdyes. Next project is Dimensions Gold Collection Petite. Good morning. And here, I'll show you a non-glary photo. I started this one in September. I've probably got a week progress into it in total. This is one I was recently just working on. And this is my progress so far. I don't know if I'll stitch this for me or give it to my dad. We're really big horse people. My dad has, well, we used to have 6 horses. I think we're down to 3 now. I don't live with him anymore, so hard to keep track of all the animals. But we have a hobby farm. Is that all my stitching? So yeah, lots of projects. I don't think I worked on anything else. I think I got all my stuff out. That was kind of crammed behind my chair. So I guess I'll show you my haul. So I got this kit off of AliExpress. My daughter got into the thing and ripped it, but my cover sheet is still good. So it says, "Hello, September." I think it has a French and English side. Oh no, it's the same on both sides. So "Hello, September." I realized after I bought this that this is probably someone's pattern because I saw them selling not Mira's, the other one, not Joan Elliott. Lace. Oh. Anyways, I saw them selling. Oh no, they were selling Mira kits as well. So I'm probably still gonna stitch this just because I did buy it. I now know not to buy kits off AliExpress anymore, given how cheap they are. You're not gonna get much out of this, but like, there's so many pages for this small little pattern. It could have all probably fit on like one page, and it's super glossy, tacky, like glossy, tacky paper. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not a fan. It's gonna be fun trying to mark, and it's a colored chart, so we'll see how that goes. Next, I bought from 123 Stitch when I made in order to get the rest of the threads for my Mira. I got Cathedral Woods Goddess by Mirabilia. Oh, she's so pretty. I cannot wait to start her. And then from a Canadian online needle workshop, I think they're out of Ontario. They might have a in-store shop, but I got some water lilies for her. She calls for 2 colors. And in the mail, I have a yard of 18 count coming from 123. I have a piece of 20 count that I already know what I'm going to start on her. I also know what I'm going to do with the 18 count. As you guys know, I have one of the Glitter House Villages by Little House Needleworks, and I've ordered the rest of them but one. So those are coming. And I have another Dimensions kit coming. It's going to be a big one, not like my 5x7s that I've been working on. So that'll be a new experience working with a big kit, because I don't really count my dad's Dimensions piece really as a kit because I'm going out of my own stash. I'm not using the kit floss or anything. So that'll be a new experience to go through. So yeah, video's a little longer than I thought it would be, but again, I've been gone for like 3 months and I've started a lot of things. I hope you all enjoy, and I wasn't as awkward as I was the last time. I'm not gonna promise I'll be back in a month again, because who knows what else will happen since we're in another lockdown and everything. But that's everything. I hope you guys have a good day, week, month, rest of the year, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.